At today's news conference, facing persistent questions about his personal finances, Mr Ahern said the place to address the issue was in the Mahon Tribunal, but the issue went on to dominate the manifesto launch.
It's been rumbling on all week, the revelation of the £30,000 in sterling given to the Taoiseach's former partner Celia Larkin back in 1994 by businessman Micheál Wall to refurbish a house that Mr Ahern was about to rent. Even the main opposition parties have been skirting around it. Today, all of that changed. Journalist Vincent Browne raised the temperature with a series of questions to the Taoiseach at the party's manifesto launch.
My first question has nothing to do with the planning tribunal. It is this. When you were making full disclosure of your financial dealings last September in your interview with Brian Dobson and RTE and in your subsequent Dáil statements, why did you not disclose then that you received £30,000 in sterling in cash from Micheál Wall in your office at St Luke's on the 2nd of December 1994? That was 3 days before you were expected to be elected Taoiseach for the first time. Why didn't you tell us last September about this?
Vincent, I'll deal with all those issues, but that money was not money for me. It was his money for his affairs in his house. Now, I hope that answers the question.
No, it doesn't, because the money was, first of all, you took the money and put it in your own bank safe, and secondly, it was lodged in an account of your then partner.
I revealed last year all of the issues that were relevant to me. The money you're talking about and the money that's been in the public domain was his money administered by Celia Larkin on his behalf. And I think if nobody wants this issue, all of these issues resolved more than me, but there, in my view, Vincent, is there's a place to do this, a place to discuss it. That's in the tribunal. And from my point of view, I think that the Irish people deserve a campaign on issues.
The Taoiseach insisted that this money had nothing to do with him, and that's why he hadn't revealed it last year.
That was not my money. That was not my money. It was Mr Wall's money, administered by Celia Larkin, and I've given all of the details on that. The issues that I gave out last year were the issues that were my money. And that is the thing. And I've given all of those details, Vincent. And the rest of the questions I will deal with in the Mahon Tribunal.
The problem is that it isn't credible that money was for the purpose of the renovation of a house.
Vincent.
It isn't credible. And I'm sorry, PJ, and might I remind PJ that 20 years ago at Fianna Fail press conferences, we attempted to press the then leader of Fianna Fail on his financial affairs, and we were obstructed in doing so. We were obstructed in doing so again in 1989, and I hope Fianna Fail has changed and we won't be obstructed in doing so now. The problem about this money that you got from Micheál Wall is that it ain't credible that it was for the purpose of the renovation of a house.
First of all, I appreciate what you said, that this has nothing to do with the allegations. But you're now asking me what an individual did, a third party did, in putting money into his house, which I subsequently rented. Well, to be quite frank, that's none of my business.
It turned out to be, by any standards, a dramatic morning in the Mansion House. And the extraordinary proceedings were watched with keen interest by the other political leaders.
Well, to put it mildly, there is confusion about all these figures. And as I said, I'm not getting into this. I said this at the start of this election campaign. There is a tribunal set up for this purpose. But between this and the election, if he wants to clear up this nonsense, as I say, he can do so.
It remains to be seen this evening if this issue will finally go away for Mr Ahern. Charlie Bird, RTE News.
Well, for more on this now, our political correspondent David Davenpower joins me.